Hello and welcome back for another historic gameplay video. Today we're going to be revisiting this Gix Nightmare deck. The deck is looking to use Chthonian Nightmare to continually return creatures from our graveyard and eventually drain our opponent to death using the Marionette Apprentice's ability. This is done using cards like Priest of Gix, which adds mana when it comes into the battlefield, allowing us to continue to replay the Nightmare over and over again in the same turn cycle, usually in conjunction with the cost reducer, such as a Jet Medallion, but we can also create an infinite loop with some of our 1-drops that create treasure tokens when they die, such as Shambling Ghast and the Freebooter. The main reason we're revisiting this deck is due to the recent reprint of Culling the Weak. We're looking to see if this massive mana boost on turn 2 can allow us to combo off even faster. In order to slot this into the deck, we shaved one of the Chittering Skull Speaker, one Marionette Apprentice, and one of the Mausoleum Secrets, as well as a Swamp. One of the things I'm concerned with is shaving some of our combo pieces. We might be sacrificing consistency for speed, and so that's something that I'm going to keep an eye out on during the matches and see if it feels noticeable. Outside of that, the rest of the deck remains the same, so without further ado, let's jump into the matches and see how the deck does. This hand is just okay. Don't think we need any more lands, so we'll fetch to thin. Play out the Shambling Ghast past the turn. Diabolic Intent is going to be better than the Ghast. We'll attack in, and then let's see, are we Culling the Weak? We could play out the Chitter Spang and the Diabolic Intent, but that doesn't advance our game plan any. Here we can go get our Priest or our Marionette. Anything for card selection? No, so we'll just grab the Priest here. Tap to Watery Grave. Unfortunately, we draw into another land here. We'll fetch again. Play out the Swamp. Skull Speaker. Freebooter. Get that down. Culling the Weak. And then I think we'll do the Freebooter, try and get the treasures going. Play out Priest. Nightmare. Return the Freebooter. Get the Gix. Really looking for a cost reducer here. Let's see how long our opponent lets us click through this. There's a Jet Medallion. Bring back, I guess, the Freebooter. Then we won't be able to play out. I guess we could play out the Jet Medallion. but then our Nightmare will be vulnerable to discard, so we'll leave it in play. Don't expect enchantment removal from the Dimir deck. Necromancy has no targets. I guess they take our card. Not going to help them. Do we have anything? Shambling Ghast. So this will kill the Skull Speaker. I think this is deterministic from here. We'll use the freebooter to manipulate the top of our library. And then I'm just going to skip through this until we find what we're looking for. And there's the Marionette. So that was quick. Play out the Skull Speaker from hand. Play out the Apprentice. Opponent's going to be a bit salty here, not concede. And there's the concession finally. On to the next. This hand looks good. We can keep. Gonna lead on the Stitcher Supplier, I think. Although it's not unreasonable to pick one of the other two. So yeah, actually we'll go with the freebooter. We're still looking for combo pieces, so it gives us some selection. We'll attack in. Opponent's likely to just take it. Then could play out the Shambling Ghast. I don't hate that. Take out their Hierarch, slow them down a bit. Then we can play out the Jet, but our opponent just concedes. This hand actually has a good bit of mana, but we can't get an initial creature out. So, gonna have to be a mulligan. This is better. And then, what do we want to keep? Looking at the Shambling Ghast and the Chittering Skull Speaker. Probably put back the Skull Speaker here, just in case we need some removal. Up against Affinity. They have an Emery here. Premander. So pretty good start from our opponent. We will play out the Ghast since it has a target. Opponent on an artifact heavy mana base as well. You don't always see the tapped lands. There's part of our combo. Let's see if we Diabolic Intent for our cost reducer. It's going to be close. We'll create a treasure. Go grab our Jet Medallion. Pass the turn. Synthesizer could start putting on a bunch of pressure if they have a lot of the 7-drop affinity creatures in their hand. Well, that's going to make things more difficult. Tormod's Crypt luckily is a one-shot, so they can't use it twice. Although, I don't think we're going to get another turn. We'll have to use a chump blocker. Start on the medallion. Play out priest. Here we can play the nightmare. Check what's in our graveyard, just a 1-drop. They let that go. Probably a mistake. I do believe that this gets both creatures, since the sacrifice is part of the trigger ability. And then no point in giving something -1. Play out our freebooter, pass the turn. Don't know if we have a single top deck that can get us out of this. Have to take the chump. No creature to sacrifice with the diabolic intent. And to land off the top. So, that'll do. Lost to the graveyard hate. This hand looks pretty good. Hoping Stitcher Supplier flips over a Gix. Either up against Elves or Devotion here. And then I think we will start on the Supplier. Nothing good in the first 3. An opponent with a Warmaster into Mystic. So let's see here. Probably start on Culling the Weak. Here's a Gix. Now we just need our Nightmare. Let's see, we start on Medallion here. Play out the Apprentice. Then we can use the Tower. Skull Speaker. Just a fetch land. Opponent swings in with everything. I think we will take at least 1 chump block here. Try and improve our draw step. Definitely don't want another Vista. Takenuma, not really what we're looking for either. We'll sacrifice the Skull Speaker. Use the Takenuma. Not the best. And then probably take the Skull Speaker again. Could take the freebooter, assuming our opponent is going to attack in with everything. Miss again. 37 cards in the library. Don't think we've even milled over one yet. That was probably a mistake by our opponent. Let's see. Don't need to block. I think we just take it. This is going to be the last turn of the game here, and it looks like we missed. So we'll go out on our own terms. Never found one. Halfway through our deck. Nothing you can do about that. This hand looks good. We'll keep. Spire Bluff. They might or might not take out the Shambling Ghast here with the burn spell. They might not want to ramp us. It's going to be Living End. We're actually not terrible against this. Depends how quickly they go off, and what we have at the time. We'll attack in for 1. Attempt a Culling the Weak. Jet Medallion. Play out the Apprentice. Then here we can use our floating mana to tutor. Go get Gix. This looks like a win to me. Fetch up a swamp. Play out Gix. Opponent being a bit salty here, holding priority with something. Diabolic Intent. Sacrifice the Gix. Go grab our last combo piece. The Nightmare. Play out the Freebooter. And the Nightmare. Go grab our Gix. And there's the concession finally. This hand looks okay. Opponent starts on a tap land, and actually we'll play out the Supplier here. Mill over 2 of our Nightmare. Not what we want to see. Arcanist. So let's see here. We can lead on Culling the Weak. Hope to not hit our last Nightmare. No creatures there. Don't need another Marionette. Then we're going to tutor here anyway. We'll go get our Nightmare. That way we don't mill it over by accident. And here we can play out another Marionette. Create a Servo. Freebooter. And then don't think we need to play out the Shambling Ghast. We can hold that. I think we just need to find a Gix, and we should be able to combo off. They go for a treasure token. Draw a couple cards, and then concede. Bit premature, but I understand. This hand is slow. Don't think we'll really be able to utilize both of the Culling the Weak, so we'll take a mulligan. This is better. We'll keep, and then I think we still want the 1-drop. Gonna be Reanimator. Not the best matchup for us. We have a couple of the MDFC Graveyard Hate cards, but outside of that, no real way to interact with our opponent. They shock in, play Gaze right away. Probably a mistake. You want to wait until our end step. Although they don't hit any creatures here. Unfortunately, we don't have a good follow-up either. Might as well get our other medallion down. Then we can play out Gix. Marionette. And our opponent just concedes here. We were empty-handed, so they knew we didn't have it. Bit odd to see the concession. Alright, so there you have the deck. And while we were able to put up a turn 2 victory in the matches today, I have to say as a whole, the deck felt not only slower, but also less consistent than previously, which might just be variance due to the small sample size, but my instinct tells me that Culling the Weak just doesn't function well in this shell. And the reason I say that is because Culling the Weak requires us to sacrifice one of our creatures, which is a Nombo with the Diabolic Intent, also wanting creatures in play to sacrifice, as well as the Phyrexian Tower. Additionally, the 4 copies of Culling the Weak are not creatures for Mausoleum Secret's tutor ability, meaning that's 4 less slots that we have creatures in that we could potentially mill over with something like a Stitcher Supplier. On top of that, there currently is quite a bit of graveyard hate in the format due to the plague that is the Reanimator deck. So I can't really give this a seal of approval at this point in time. While it's a fun deck to play, you're going to struggle to put up wins compared to some of the other combo decks that you could be playing. So I think this one has to be put on the shelf for a while until the meta adapts or new cards are printed to improve the consistency. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content.